Okay, we're going to continue my discussion on string crossings. The stop and roll is what we've been talking about. You've been going roll. Hopefully you can do this pretty quickly where you start to feel the new level without having to disrupt the rhythm too much. So you still think stop the bow, you stop moving, find the new level. That way you're not practicing with tremendous gaps in the tempo or the rhythm, which is its own problem, and then you have to eliminate that. So I think the last thing I was showing you was Song of the Wind. Alright, and we just did it over and over and over. What you'll find as you start to do it more and more and a little more quickly, and I recommend using a metronome, or if you're a parent working with a young student, maybe clapping your hands, dum, bum, bum, then you might increase the speed just a little bit so that you're forcing them to go a little bit faster. Now remember, they're using small bows, or you as a student are using small bows. You don't want to get into a lot of bow right now. Find your new level. But as you start to increase tempos, you have to reduce the geometry. So there's something called the E string side of the A. I'm in the middle, I go towards the E, but I don't hit the E. Back to middle, towards the D string side would be the D string side of the A. I didn't hit A. Right now we're just working with the A and E, so we have the E string side of A string. And on the E we have the A string side of the E string. So it's a reduced angle. You don't have to go as far. And you don't necessarily have to know about these things to use it. I think it's a subconscious thing. As I increase my speed, I move less distance. Watch my right elbow. I'm not doing it from the wrist. I'm just not, throwing my elbow up in the air. That's a bigger motion. That's a little smaller. That one was much smaller. So you are playing in the middle, almost thinking between the two strings with just a subtle amount. It's still the full arm moving. I do not go up and leave the elbow behind, but it's playing on the inner side. Make sense? And you should then learn say you make a practice bracket out of a string crossing that's giving you problems. You get to where you can play it at the tempo of the piece. And then you go back and you see if you can start a couple measures before your practice bracket. In this case I'll start at the beginning, but don't always start at the beginning. Then the beginning's always good and it gets weaker and weaker. Just go back a couple measures. Force yourself to learn how to start in the middle of a piece. But here, see that string crossing? We're using small bows in the middle. We're not playing into the string or anything. It's just short bows. Understand? So you're reducing the geometry. Good luck.